this is just to let you know, I spoke before in the other video that I was going to show you how I dismantle my jewellery, ready to prepare it and store it for other projects. This is that video. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, right, I have my little kit here. My sister actually bought me this kit. She does jewellery making herself, and she did it to give me a kickstart really on making some jewellery. I don't make an awful lot of jewellery, so because I've had trouble selling and I'm not very up for going to craft fairs and things like that, I just enjoy doing it. So the dismantling bit is my favourite bit, and then using my jewellery and things in other projects. So first of all, excuse me, I've got a froggy throat today. In fact, I'll do the beads first. What I'm going to do, because I've got my jars, I'm just going to put the beads in some plastic bags, Ziploc bags, and we'll take it from there. Right, so first of all, I need, there they are, my little snips. So I'm going to, I think it's best to probably hold it over the bag and snip. Then we don't lose them all over the table. Can't get anything from Jen. That's it. Is that cut? No, sometimes the elastic just takes a few snips. There we go. That one. That one. It's a nice purple bead there. Notice that. There we go. So that's one lot. I've just got excess. Obviously, we can all dismantle and get rid of a little piece like that. Yeah. Oops, sorry about the noise. It's hitting on my tray. Then we've got this one. Let's hold that in there as well. Cut the knot from the top. And that's that. There we go. Hold that end. There we go. Another piece done. I've got this one in the bag again. And this one's actually, because it's not elasticated, but it's actually got a clasp on it. So this one, I should be able to salvage that clasp, and that will go in with my clasps, my lobster clasps that I can use for other things. Oops, bead got loose. Right, it's the end I just snapped is that one. So we've got to push them off that end. And all the way down from there. And so I did have a lot more jewellery myself, and I tried to sell them on eBay, but things are so slow to sell on eBay, and so many people are selling on eBay. In the end, I thought, well, I can make use of those beads. I'll just keep them for myself, and I dismantled them and put them in my bead stash. So there's a tiny little loop there that's hardly worth saving, so I probably won't bother with that one. But this end, I'll hang on to. Then we've got this, and we'll do this one. Again, we've got the handy lobster clasp and ends on there that I can use. So cut those off. That one. I'll dismantle that properly in a minute. Now, I know these aren't wooden beads, but I shall sort these all out when I'm in my loft. Oh, I forgot. These are knotted all the way, aren't they? So I've got to... Now, I can... This one, because it's quite a substantial cord, I might have to speed you up on this one, but I can actually use... I've got like a little bradawl. If I undo the knots... I can actually undo the cord and save that as well. very fiddly. In fact, I might have to, you don't want to watch me doing this for hours on end. And it's not as satisfying as it is for me, but there we go. First knot done, first bead off. So what I'm going to do is pause you there and I'll show you once they're all off. Okay, last one. This has taken me, I think, about half an hour. You could not have done this without these little tools, and you could not have done this without nails, I don't think, to be honest. Now, I haven't got very big nails, but it's been one of the most challenging ones I've ever done. But you know what it's like. I will not be beaten, and I know I'll be very satisfied when I'm finished. So let's get this last one off. Come out. Come out, come out, come out. Oop. You see tiny little knots I'm doing with there. I've stabbed myself with this a few times. Not enough that warranted going to the hospital, obviously, but it's very hard to get the knot loose enough to get something to get hold of. Come on, in you go. I just felt that loosen then, so I hopefully get that with my nails. It's lucky I've only recently grown my nails, isn't it? Because I'd be cutting all of this and giving up. And I expect a lot of you out there would have done as well. Probably thinking, what is the matter with you, woman? I just love things like this. I'm one of those people that you ask to unknot a chain or something like that, because I can't stand it. If I can't do it, I'll sit there for half a day if I have to. But there we go. Last one off. And now I've got that cord, and I was thinking as I was doing it, that cord would come in handy if I was doing any little drawstring bags and things. So there we go, I've got that. Got a nice lot of beads. Now we'll do the last one, which is obviously this. Again, sorry for the noise. Put the pearly ones in there and I'll sort them out later. Snip between two beads. There we go. And then start pulling them off. There we go. Come on, in you go. That's it. This cord's not as good to use for something else, so this is just, so I've just snapped this one, and we've got a knot in the way now. That's it. Now can we use the end? We could do, if you can see, it's one of the old screw clasps, so I'm going to save that. So I've used glue on this at some point. There's a hard piece there. There we go, another clasp, more rubbish. Right. Now let's get the tools out. Let's start with this end. This needs, you see there's a a wire there that needs just to be prized open. Let's find out which side it needs. I think it's that way. And we just hold it still and bend that back. Bend that off. Okay. Then we just bend that back round again, just so as it doesn't fall apart. There we go. So I can get it in a better, slightly better shape, but just enough to stop it falling off. There you go. So now I've got, that's one thing I've got. It could be a tassel on a bag or something. This one I'm not sure. I think this is not quite so easy, that one, because it looks like it's sort of welded to the back. So I'm not sure I can do anything with that, which is a shame. So what with that piece, that's a shame because I really like that. I wonder if I could, I know what I'll do. Use my snips and I'm going to cut. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to undo this ring. Okay, let's. Where does that? Oh, it's got a gap. I don't know if you can see on there or not. There's a gap there, so we just bend that back. There we go. So now we've got a gap. And we can take, I've got the wrong piece now, haven't I? There it is. So take that off chain. Now that I've got that, what I could do, if I keep the chain on and keep it short either side, I might be able to sew that using the chain. I might be able to sew that as an extra bit on a little purse or something. These rings are, just you have to keep those. They're just so useful. Let's bend that back round again. Oops. Right. Sometimes you need two, so you've got two of these. There is a name for these tools, but I can't think what they are. Not being a jewellery maker, I don't know, but all I know is that to do these sort of things, this is what you need. So you bend them back to shape, get them together. Actually, I'm going to need these. These are like, I think these are flat nose pliers, they call these, and you just pinch the two sides. I've got another pair. Yeah. Hold that with that. Pinch these together. And get more or less line them up. And you've got a ring ready to use another time. Okay, what should we do next? I'm going to undo this lobster clasp. I'm going to undo this chain. Actually, now I'm going to take... So you have to make this up as you go along, basically. But I'm now going to grab that ring, bend it open. Oh, I can't... It's quite a tough ring, that one. That's it, open. And I've got a lobster clasp for use elsewhere. And let's pinch that together again. And a ring. So now we've got this big, like a loop there that I'm going to... There's my other flat nose. That's it. Oops, wrong one. Get in that end. Pull that apart. Take that off. This is quite a big ring that's got to come off of here, so we need to open it up quite a lot. That's it. And that's that off. So that, bend that flat. Bend that flat, back together again, and then you've got that again to use. Now we've got a small chain, which can be used, these are the chains you put when you want an extension on a necklace. So open that one up, hold it with those. Open that up and take that off. And now we've got another ring. Another ring. And then you've got another chain there that I've just That can be used for something. And I was working from the other end, wasn't I? I've confused myself. Oh, where's that chain again? That's another chain. Another chunky chain. Another one of those big links. So we need to, again, grab it hard with the flat nose pliers. There's the other ones. Oh, that is them. Pull that open really wide to get this big ring out. So, like that. Is that big enough? Yes. And then bring these back together again. There we go. Another ring. Another chain. And right, now look at all those bits we can use for everything. Right, so we're going to take that ring off. Oops. So, still not big enough. So, another one of those rings. Take that off there. Put these together again. That's it. And there's another loop. Another one, take this apart. Just say I'm getting shoulder ache. I'm not used to working on a table this high. But we shall carry on. That's it. 2 links. Hold that, put that together. It's quite a tough one because it shows you it's got a good strong link to use for something. Now we're going to take this one apart. I'm not sure I can get in there, that's the problem. Let's hold the ring and pull it apart. It's quite a tough ring. That's it. I'm going to get in that side. Hold it tight. There we go. Another ring. Another loop. A single ring. It's a bendy loop, this one. Not sure much we can use that one for, but we'll save it anyway. Another. I quite like these loops because they're decorative. They're not just plain, so they might come in useful, even strung together to make something. But while you're watching this, if you can think of anything I can use any of these for, let me know, because I might not have thought of it and I might be able to give it a go. Another one. Now that one, it's got like a loop. It's like the first one I took off, but it's all joined together rather than like an octopus. There we go. So that can hang off something like that. So we haven't got much left. This is a matter of undoing a loop again, or ring should I say. Find the 2 ends. There we go. Another handy ring. Bend them back together. A pretty little thing there. We've got another one of those big loopy rings. hold that, bend that back. That's it, take that off. Another one of those. Off. There we go, another one of those. Alright, another. I do know the name of these rings, but I can't think what they're called. Maybe one of you can tell me because I've forgotten. Right, that off. Pinch that, the joint ends together. Another chain with a piece on the end. I mean, I could take that off at some point, but at the moment I'll leave it on there. This might be useful as it is. Take it, get in there, pull that. Sometimes, because the, you know, it's come off anyway. Sometimes you can use the jewellery as a lever. There we go. Back together again. Like that. Line them up, pinch them together, like that. Okay, so now we've got a couple of these to take off. And you end up with your own findings, as they call them, all together. These little bits and pieces are called findings, and you use them to put your jewellery together and things. Pull this one apart. There we go. That's it. There's another nice piece to use on its own. Bit filly this one. Let's use the narrow ended ones to get in there. That's it. Right. Another ring, another loop. And another chain. There we go, we got that little bit as well. So there you go. There's all my findings. I shall find somewhere to put those. I've got some places here at the moment that I can put them in. But I'm just going to pause you for a minute and I'll show you where I'm going to put them. Okay, so here, these are what I bought from Amazon. These are the sort of clips that you put on the end of things. You put your wire through and then attach them to your, well, you can use them all different ways basically. So that, got those from Amazon. These are all bits that I've come up from other jewellery I've taken apart, as you can see. These are bits that you can put again on necklaces, earrings, and space things out on necklaces with. And you've got these odd shaped ones as well that I've taken on other things. And these, some of these will go in here. So that's part, that will go in there. That will go in there. And that. And that. And that on there. That's not really a spacer, saying that. Well, that could go in that bit. There. And that can go in there. And that's a bit too big, so that'll go in on the jars. Right, so that's okay, so that's that one. This is actually a box. I don't know if you can tell, but it was one of Duncan's electrical boxes that he got all his electrical clips in. And I thought, I'll have that. This is more of the same thing as I've just shown you, but slightly different shapes and some chains and pins to make earrings with. And this is where my lobster clasp, I think this is in here. Is it my lobster clasp? No, not that one. I must have another box for my lobster clasps. Here they are. It's another little box that probably came from something electrical. And here I've got bags of rings and lobster clasps. So that's going to go in there. Just shows you when I last managed to do anything was because I've forgotten where that was even. Right, lobster clasp. That really needs to be taken apart, but it's obviously a lobster clasp in there and that can go. Actually, no, I will take that apart because I'll get annoyed if I haven't done it properly. Right, and these are chains. Right, so that's all the clasps. Maybe one day we'll talk about some of these things and what you do with them. I'm no expert on jewellery making, but it's just, again, it's what I've learned along the way. And that's a loop that can go in there. Those little loops can go in there. And that one. And that one. There you go, there's a chain. These are a bit big to go in there. I need to find a home specially for those. It's another ring, loopy ring. Alright, they're all chains. There you go, they're all kind of separate thing, I think. There we go. What's in there? Now here I've got a bag with chains in, so maybe I'll put the chains can go in there. 1, 2, 3. That one in there. They're separate again. Oh no, I will put them in there. The chains. So. Okay. That's another sort of clasp. I need to find somewhere to put that. Okay, so basically that's shown you how I dismantle my jewellery and what I do with it and save it up. Just found another lobster clasp. There's my little box. So if you want to ask any questions or say, or if you've got any ideas on how I could use some of the beads, let me know. As I say, it's quite likely you've thought of something that I haven't. And we can go upstairs as well. I'll just find somewhere to put these links, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, hope you enjoyed that and it wasn't too long for you. Obviously I've speeded some things up, some things I've just paused so you didn't have to sit through it all, but hopefully that's giving you another taster of what I like to do. And when I come round to making anything next, I think actually, as I said, I think the next thing, in fact you might have already seen it, thinking about it now, I forget what order I'm doing them in, but I should be making the tote bag, and this one will probably come after that. So hope you enjoyed. Give us a comment, a like and a subscribe as usual, and see you all next time. Bye.